Hello everyone, welcome to my final playthrough of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I'm Indoor Wanderer, and so let's jump right into this. Don't want to waste any time here. I would sit around and talk to all these characters, but I've heard the dialogue before, and I mean, might as well go ahead and get it over with. Been stuck on the game for a while, so I think it's high past time to move on to other games. I think, yeah, I think that's everything I need here. So, off to the Skrull planet to face Galactus and acquire the Muonic Inducer, apparently.
You're about to be sent to the homeworld of the Skrull. There you need to steal a device called the Muonic Inducer from Galactus, who is presently attacking the Skrull planet.
Why is Galactus at war with the Skrull?
He's not. Galactus is there to consume the planet.
Whoa, this dude eats planets? I gotta get a picture of that.
He doesn't really eat them.
I would think
machines
Spider-Man
that
would have
convert
had
the
some
planet
sort of
into
interaction with
energy he can
Galactus
absorb.
before this, but
One of those devices is the Muonic Inducer.
what would I know?
I wouldn't think old Galactus is gonna be too happy with us trying to steal one of his toys.
No, he won't be. Which is why I'd strongly advise against any confrontation with him. Galactus is one of the most powerful beings we've ever encountered.
That would explain why he feeds off.
Yeah, according to Stan Lee,
But
Galactus is actually the most powerful being in the Marvel
He has
Universe,
a herald for that.
which is interesting.
A scout who determines which planet's next on the menu.
Well, at least
That came
we
from
can
Stan
count
Lee,
on the
so.
Skrull to help us out.
Not necessarily. The Skrull are a warlike people who've attacked the Earth several times before. They'll most likely see
We
you
shall
as
see them
enemies.
in Marvel, in
Wonderful.
Captain Marvel.
So if Mr. Universe doesn't
It's gonna be
completely
fun.
crush us, the Skrull will be happy to finish the job.
Yes. Is that a problem?
No, just wanted to make sure what the teams are.
Well, good. Now get moving.
Nick Fury sure seems to be in a good mood.
Team, you now stand on the Skrull homeworld. They are an alien culture who've tried to enslave humanity several times. They'll attack you, but remember, your primary goal is to locate Galactus so you can take his Muonic Inducer.
Well, that doesn't sound odd at all. Take his Muonic Inducer. I'm going to write that one down. Alright. There they are. Never really understood why Galactus has these weird little drone people punishers. Kind of strange. I guess to give you another sort of enemy to fight. If I ate planets, I don't think I would send robots to the planet's surface. Wouldn't be that concerned about it, to be honest. Yeah, I can't wait to see the Skrull and Captain Marvel. It's gonna be
Team,
interesting.
it appears you're near a set of magnetic shield generators that Galactus uses. These devices convert the planet's magnetic field into a shield he uses to protect himself. On the off chance you'll have to face Galactus, it'd be in your best
Foreshadowing
interest
much?
to take down these generators.
The power of vibranium is a wonderful thing. Oh yeah, I remember I have to fight this big giant Skrull, Super Skrull, later. I've never actually avoided those, so that would be interesting to see if that fight with him is difficult, but I don't know, I don't think it matters much. I may be wrong, but
Everyone all right?
I always destroy the shields.
Ready to yell.
Oh, give me one moment. Let's step away real fast. There we go. Sorry about that. That's overpowered. But I love it. Alright, he's really... That's what I wanted. These guys are annoying. Wait a minute. I think Doctor Strange needs this axe.
Sorry about that.
I think in the comics he had an axe, which is kind of cool. In the more recent comics, that is. Well, I'd hate to see how that ended. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see Captain Marvel. I think it's going to be really good. I'll try not to get into my fan theories and stuff too much, but I think it's going to explain some things. Insofar as, like, characters we already know. Oh yeah. Hopefully they're setting him up somehow in the MCU. I'm sure they are. Okay, hopefully this is everyone. Nope. It is kind of creepy once you sort of start to dive into what the Skrull are doing here with their own sort of super Skrull programs and stuff like that. That's kind of creepy. I mean, it makes sense. They they saw the Fantastic Four and obviously made the Super Skrull, if I'm not mistaken. But so I guess they saw Captain America and tried to replicate him. Yes, it is. I always try to go after the commandos or any sort of healer. It's super annoying. Oh, that's a pretty cool Black Panther picture. The loading screens are very, very good. Oh yeah, here we go. Super Skrull and Paibok. I made the mistake of playing as the Fantastic Four at this part, and I got slaughtered every single time because of him.
Are you the ones who brought Galactus down upon our world?
Why they are here doesn't
I have
matter.
no idea who Paibok
Let's
is.
destroy them anyway.
Agreed, Paibok. They will be forever the enemy.
Stay your hand, my brave warriors. We may have use for these creatures. Humans, I propose a bargain. If you are truly here to battle Galactus, then you will require knowledge that I alone possess. Knowledge of a weakness of the Planet Eater.
Oh yeah.
In return for this knowledge, all I ask is that you open the main hangar door so that my ship can escape the destruction of this planet. Trust me, humans. Your lives depend on it.
I kind of figured that's how you do it.
I am
You
Paibok,
try to.
the Power Scroll. Biogenetic engineering has granted me incredible strength and superhuman endurance.
I never
would
read
do
any
well
comic
to
books with
choose me
Paibok,
as
so
your
I'm not
guide.
entirely familiar with him. Is he gonna follow me? Oh, okay, that's cool. Sometimes they don't actually follow me, which is slightly annoying. Ultron? What's he doing here? He's like probably frozen to death on the slopes of Niflheim back in Asgard. Yeah, the Skrull Empress though, she's not cool. I wonder who they're gonna go with in Captain Marvel. I mean, obviously the Kree have the supreme intelligence. I agree. I've never heard anything about Paibok. For some reason, it always reminded me of like a Star Wars character. Don't know why. I guess just the way he sounds. The name Paibok.
Need a hat.
Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, Talos and I think Ronan, the Accuser, is going to be in it. So that's going to be. I think he's probably more of a good guy, like I suppose. But I don't know if they're going to do the Skrull Empress or if they're going to do something unique. You know, you have the Supreme Intelligence. I don't know if there's any other person who has the Skrull command. Howard the Duck. Now that's someone I haven't seen in this game. He's in the Lego games. Paibok's throwing me off. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Talos. He definitely isn't. Yeah, the only Skrulls I'm aware of is Kl'rt, the Super Skrull, and I know Paibok from this game, but and Titanus. On this, Talos is Titan. I don't think he is, but yeah, that's gonna be my first introduction to him as well. I think he's gonna be like kind of like Killmonger was to me. I never heard or seen that character before in my entire life. Or even what probably a more apt comparison is Caecilius in Doctor Strange. Like I have no idea who that character is. Yeah, hopefully he won't be a throwaway villain. He's being played by what, Ben Mendelsohn, I think. Director Orson Krennic in Rogue One, so that's gonna be kind of he's a good actor. He can ham it up sometimes, like he did in Rogue One, so I'm kind of concerned, but he's pretty good in Ready Player One as well. Yeah, that's Titanus, I think. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn's great. And obviously, I think he's posing as a human in the movie as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. Because if that's S.H.I.E.L.D., that's going to be... S.H.I.E.L.D. just has had a very bad run. I mean, they're infiltrated by Hydra, Nazis, and now they're, you know, turns out even before that they were infiltrated by shape-shifting aliens. really haven't played much with Hawkeye before.
Yes.
Doctor Strange is getting kind of hard to play as here. No, I can't say I'm familiar with that. My Hero Academia.
You were helpless before the master of mystic arts.
This is the most simplest way to get down there. I don't think it's that way. There's fire. There's fire both ways, but one of them is a bit easier. Alright, no. Alright.
As you wish.
Apparently, some people aren't that bright.
So,
Oh yeah,
still
I remember that.
live. You humans are more resourceful than I'd thought. Fools! You should already know that Galactus has no weakness. With the thousands of civilizations he's faced, do you think he'd still be alive today if he was not invincible? Yes.
Why is that a
And I'm
surprise?
also going
You're dealing
to have
with
you destroyed.
arguably the most powerful
Super
character in all of the Marvel
Paimon,
Universe.
attack!
According to Stan Lee, Galactus is actually the strongest, but I don't think he kept up with the comics
Empress
much
is
after he
wise and just. We
he
are honor-bound to
had his
obey
run.
her.
But I mean, it's coming from Stan Lee, so
Yes.
worth
And
considering.
now we have the privilege of carrying out her order to kill the humans.
Whoa, that's insane. Super Skrull's like half dead. I'm not complaining at all. I have no idea what's going on there, but I love it. Of course, Paibok, of course, he's doing fine.
Got it.
As you wish.
I don't know about that, but Thanos is pretty strong, Rick. I don't know why that character was so weak all of a sudden.
Need some help here. I'm on it.
Oh, that's you. Didn't know who just screamed that. I was worried. Perhaps I should still be a little worried. I wish I could have turned him into a box.
Okay.
I'm on it. This one's
That's how you do it, I guess. Alright. Yeah, the loading screens are amazing in this game.
got it.
Oh, there he is. It's quite the terrifying sight.
You should all be fired on grounds of being weak and pathetic.
Yeah, that fight can be difficult, especially if you don't know what you're doing. I think that happened to me too at one point. Especially, I think as I mentioned, whenever I decided to play as as crap. As the Fantastic Four. That did not end well at all. Well, that went well.
This one's out. Send more.
Oh, guys, I need to work on dodging there.
That's an Uptronic drill. Galactus uses them to bore into the planet's crust in preparation for its consumption. Yes, but it's really not a priority. Besides, the Skrulls are going to continue to attack you regardless of what you do.
I'm gonna be a hero. Because, as Thor said in Thor Ragnarok, that's what heroes do.
Right. That's good. Okay, you could give up.
I'm not familiar with how Galactus actually consumes the planets. I know he doesn't like physically eat them necessarily, but there's always there's always different versions I've seen in comics how he actually destroys the planets. Or in the Fox Marvel movie, since he's a big giant cloud and can't, or not, yes, he's a big giant cloud, he just, you know, gets the Silver Surfer to burrow holes in the planet. Nah. I hate that. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
This is gonna hurt.
Whoever came up with that idea of Cloud Galactus, they need to never write a movie ever again. I mean, the MCU does some stuff, but, ugh. Oh, no, 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 no. Ow. Well, I don't know if that was... Ah. There we go, just trip him up. Never mind. Didn't see this guy. I didn't know that. And I guess that's... I know there's two different versions of him, but I never knew that. Familiar with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. version, more so than the wacky Nicolas Cage, Johnny Blaze. Oh, no, I'm... let me see. I think there are just two. I think there are just two like guess versions of the character. I didn't know he had two. Could have two bodies. I'll try that then. Whenever I get a big group together. I don't want to use it right here. I'll regret that in a few minutes. I know I am. Yeah, I should have used that on a boss. thingy on Titanus whenever I fight him. Skrulls need to work on their city planning. No. Never fails. Alright, Doctor Strange. Do your thing. Okay. Doctor Strange, you're not doing your thing. That will later play a big role in the future of this Marvel Universe. I also don't know how big or how tall Galactus is supposed to be. I like to imagine he's bigger than that.
Okay, who's next?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the MUA, the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Hopefully it's good. I just don't like it that it's a Switch exclusive.
What? Who dares to interfere with the mighty Galactus? Mere humans are beneath my notice. Punishers.
Yeah, if I had it, you know, I would definitely pick it up, but I just don't really have any intention of playing Switch. If I had, you know, a game that I really followed, or, you know, a group of people I played stuff like Smash or something with, I'd be interested. Probably not. Yeah, I don't have one, so don't really see the use of buying one for it, because I wouldn't really play it a lot anyway. Switch, that is, not necessarily the game. But I'll watch some footage and stuff of it, keep up with it. Kind of don't like that it's more, it's based more on the MCU, like visually. Kind of like it that we're more of a comic book based game as opposed to something based on the movies. Oh! Actually got a trophy for that. I think it was 50. I think you get another one, you get like 100, and then you get another one whenever you get like 500, which don't know if I could play the game like that. It's basically just throwing everybody off. Yeah, I mean, it is, but I mean, you can kind of tell the influence. You know, the Black Order, Thanos' children, I suppose, or whatever you want to call them. You can see that. Yeah, I can see that. There he is. That's Titanus. I mean, the puzzles in this game, I'm telling you, they're tough. Just had to Google figure out how to do this. Whew. It's tough.
Looks like you lose.
Oh wow. Really doubling down on the trophies today.
To yell.
Oh yeah, these are the... It's called Scroll Experiment, but obviously they're the demons from Mephisto's realm. They just gave them a different color. And even then, I think technically they ripped that off from X-Men Legends, the weird Shadow King demons that lived on the astral plane. And they used them again in Mr. Sinister's labs and X-Men Legends 2. When you play games long enough, you begin to see reused designs, which is fine. I don't really care. Unless it's so blatant that it's just bad. Hopefully I didn't do anything bad. Oh, please on me.
This is gonna hurt.
I don't know what these computers were. I broke 2 of them. Or destroyed 2 of them. Don't know if they perhaps hurt Titanus? I'm not sure. Alter genetics. These guys. Pain in the butt. There he is.
Humans on a Skrull world. No doubt you've come to try to save my kinsmen. Well, don't waste your time. They're not worth it. They forced me into the Super Skrull program, where I was tortured with medical procedures and drugs. The pain I endured was more than any creature should have to suffer. They are all guilty. All of them!
I wouldn't really be concerned about destroying the Skrull. I think the planet's already in a bit of a predicament as it is. Ah. Those arrow moves weren't what I was expecting. Expecting someone to be like a machine gun fire, but maybe that's a little too generic and unrealizable. Well, we are really causing a lot of collateral damage here. not good. It's, Doctor Strange with a save. Oof. No, can't say that I've played any of the mobile games. I'm not a fan of mobile games, or I don't really find it to be something worth my time. Get bogged down in them, I think, and it's not, I don't know, sort of busy as it is. Don't really. Mobile games would be a little bit too tempting to sink a lot of time in for me.
Got it.
You have to be careful with mobile games, because you can, if done the wrong way, you can make a lot of people mad. Blizzard. Excuse me.
Certainly.
Oh, I can't thank you enough for defeating Titanus. That muscle-bound maniac would have killed me.
Yeah, I do have Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. I'm thinking about streaming it, but I think I'm going to play a different game next.
No,
but I might stream it after that.
Show you my appreciation. Here, take this potion. You will find it quite useful. Of course I insist. And thank you again. I will never forget your kindness.
Incredible.
If only all the scrolls were that nice. I have a feeling they're not going to be too nice in the movie. Captain Marvel. Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I have all the DLC for Spider-Man as well. Don't know if I can go back and replay it though, and I don't feel like starting a new game for that. So if I do stream Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, it'll probably be New Game Plus. I hate this mission because almost all my team ends up getting killed. And the nuisance of these guys, they don't help either. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I think I'm gonna play Uncharted: Lost Legacy next. And that will actually be the first new game that I play. After that, I might play Spider-Man. Oh, come on, Galactus. Oh no 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 no! I hate this. This has been a problem for me in previous times I've played this game, because he's in the past he has actually moved and destroyed the walkway, and I've died. The Uncharted games are cool. I just beat Uncharted 4 on crushing difficulty, I think. No, on hard difficulty. So I'm gonna move on to that next. And so it'll actually be the first game I've played on stream in which I'll be experiencing it the same time I'm streaming, which is going to be interesting. I might start that on Tuesday.
My friends, Colonel Fury
there he is,
sent me to
the
aid
Silver
in
Surfer.
battling my old master. But first, allow me to use the power cosmic to heal you. True, he is mighty, but if we work together,
I don't like
we can
in this
slow him down.
boss fight, he will stop and speak with you. Every time you do something, like Weekend Galactus, it's like yeah, you don't have to stop the fighting just to talk to us, Silver Surfer.
The Inducer is what powers the three machines, but you won't be able to get to it until Galactus is out of the way.
Yeah, here he comes. Yeah, this is a very simple boss fight.
I might have made you my herald.
That would be kind of cool, actually, to see Ghost Rider or Captain America or Doctor Strange as the Herald of Galactus.
Force it to detonate early.
I played this with that 6-axis controller. Hated it. I think I broke my controller playing this. Yeah, that sounds about right. It wouldn't surprise me if he was, but it would be interesting to see Cap as a Herald of Galactus. Of course, granted, considering how people reacted to the whole Secret Empire thing, you don't want to get death threats or anything. Which, I mean, I could have told you that, you know, Cap wasn't really Hydra. I mean, same way, I mean, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of whenever Commissioner Gordon took over as Batman, but I didn't, like, send death threats to people. In fact, I still read the comic, because you knew Bruce Wayne was coming back. I never understand that kind of mentality. I think one more, and then he's down for the count. Oh, Dr. Strange turned someone into a box.
Sorry about that.
I may be wrong. I think there may be one more Silver Surfer quick time event.
It worked. Galactus is growing weaker. But once again, he is attempting to destroy us with an energy blast. I will try to distract it and cause it to detonate early.
Yep.
This is quite an extraordinary occasion. One Galactus will not soon forget.
Yep. We are all screwed now.
Thanks for your help, Silver Surfer.
Because he is not happy about
Now
this.
that you've got the Muonic Inducer, it's time we brought you
But sadly, people who make these games didn't feel the need to actually follow that through and make an interesting video game about it. Instead, they decided just to do a shot-for-shot remake of the Civil War story arc. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is fun, but I really wish it would have been more like this.
But you must return to Earth now. Doom has grown quite adept with his newfound powers, and he has shown little restraint in their use. Soon he will begin to damage the very fabric of the universe. Once you are done here in Attilan, see Lockjaw. He will send you to Earth.
I'm gonna change my team real fast to I think I made it. It's called I think it was called Ultimate Alliance. It's the same team in the beginning of the game, and I just like that team because I think it does a good job representing all of the
Wolverine,
various heroes in the Marvel universe. Got your cosmic godlike being, got your vigilante, you got your mutant, and you got your mutate, technically, but superpowered
aching to bust somebody up.
hero, basically. Technically, Captain America, the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, and Spider-Man are mutates. Not mutants, but people who genetically tamper with their body to get superpowers, be it deliberately or otherwise. Before I leave, I'm going to check on the training simulators, if I did not turn around. Okay.
Hey, Cap. How are things in the Shi'ar Empire?
Hello, Hank.
Oh wow, that was awkward.
Hey,
just don't even talk about it. It's the review terminal. Training terminal is right over here. Nope, it's trivia game. Here it is. Ooh, I missed one. Missed two. Ugh. Oh well. I'll have to go back and get them. It shouldn't be that difficult to find. I love this cutscene.
Much has transpired since you were last on Earth. Mankind did its best to defend itself against Doom. But even their greatest weapons were as nothing before Doom's power.
Dr. Doom is... yeah. My favorite Marvel villain, probably.
The heroes of your world also tried to stop Doom and paid the ultimate.
There's Magneto, I think Professor X, you can see him, and Cyclops, Colossus, Hulk. I think Hawkeye was on the floor as well. I really want to see something like this in the movies.
This discovery, Doom began corrupting your entire world.
It's gonna be fun. That was Miss Marvel.
As you can see, Doom's powers are far-reaching. He's remade Stark Tower into his twisted vision of perfection. But that's not all. He's changed New York, as well as every other major city on Earth. Before we can do anything else, we need to get our headquarters up and running again. Go to the power junctions and activate them.
Why don't you do it, Fury? Always sending us on a mission. I don't know, you might not be able to see them. Oh yeah. I went there.
There, we're back in business. What the blazes? Doom must know we're here.
Tony, oh well.
It's like shooting
Was it
fish
Tony?
in a barrel.
It's Dr. Doom's design of the building's very cathedral-like. Oh yeah, I hated this part. Fend off the robots for a period. Sometimes some of my characters die during this, actually.
It's gonna take
If Blade was in my party, I'm sure he would say that.
Colonel Fury, I show multiple bogies inbound.
More of Doom's troops?
Yes. There's an army of them headed your way. But if you give me some time, I should be able to set up an EMP pulse that will take care of them.
Roger that. Hank,
Wait a minute, did he just say
contain them by locking this
EMP
room
pulse?
down. Don't open up until we've destroyed every last one of them.
That's what you call a pleonasm. It's the same thing as whenever you say an ATM machine. You're repeating the word that you just said. So ATM machine is technically automated telling machine. So what Hank Pym just said was electromagnetic pulse.
Will do.
All right, team. I hope you're ready for a little party.
I know this
it
because I
looks
have
like
no
we
life.
Have a few guests to entertain.
But I like thinking about that because people use those all the time. And over-exaggeration. that's impossible. There can only be an exaggeration. You can't over-exaggerate something. Grammar.
This won't take much longer.
Phonetics. Words. I swear these guys look a lot like War Machine. Reminds me of a die-cast metal toy I had when I was a kid at War Machine.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I remember the good old die-cast toys. Used to collect a bunch of those. I think I had a Wolverine one, Cyclops. I think I had an Apocalypse die-cast figure too. Magneto, Hobgoblin, Spider-Man, Silver Surfer, Kingpin, War Machine. Pretty sure I had
Anybody else want some?
a few others, but I don't remember. Don't remember that. Mr. Sinister. Forgot about him, yeah. Looking back, I kind of wish I wasn't so much of a stickler for them and bought whichever ones that I saw. There's always ones that I would look for when I would go in the store.
I've already got the beat.
30 seconds. And that's why I hate that, because they get close to the edge, and that's usually how my characters die. As they get so close to the edge, they fall off.
I can't take this one alone.
I didn't realize how much I missed this. It's been too long since I've seen some real action.
Perfect. Just like I thought. The skies are clear now. Not a robot to be seen anywhere.
Good. You can open the door now, Hank. Come on. Let's get out of here, team.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use these in a few minutes, in fact. Yep, I'm gonna upgrade all of this good jazz. Then move on to Castle Doom, be the last mission.
Well, if Doom didn't know we were here before, he sure does now. And that's fine, because we're as ready as we're gonna be.
I don't know about
Dr.
that.
Pym has managed to power the Muonic Inducer with the Macran crystal, but be warned, you'll have to actually touch Doom to steal some of his power, and it may take several tries to work. You will too, once you steal his powers. I'd suggest you get to Latveria
Oh yeah,
as
just
soon
steal
as
the
possible.
powers of Odin from
You'll
Doom
find
and
Doom in his castle.
give it to one of us, because we'll be more responsible.
For more information on the mission parameters, talk to Black Widow. And when you're ready to go, let me know. I'll fly you there.
Oh, finally, Fury, you're rolling up your sleeves and actually doing something for once. I give him a lot of slack, but, I mean... To be honest, that'd probably be more like me if I were in the Marvel Universe. Hands off, behind the scenes, Yeah.
If you could give me a hand, I'd be willing to build you a device that might help you fight Dr. Doom. There's a magnetic dampener located somewhere in Stark Tower, and there's also a technical manual for calibrating it. If you could bring me those 2 items, I think I can set you up with some protection. Wish I had better news to give you.
Sounds like a plan. Like, I'd take anything. And I've never actually fought Doom without this. Don't know how big of a difference it makes, but apparently it makes quite a impact. Magnetic dampener, and then the book to calibrate it, I think, is right up here. Played this game so many times that I know where everything is. Yep, technical manual.
Very good. Now I have both of the things I need. Give me a second. There. This device should help you against any lightning attack by Dr. Doom.
I think that's part of the reason why whenever I
news to
face
give
Dr. Doom, he always throws me around the room like a rag doll. Alrighty.
Hello, Cap. Is the team ready for this final mission to Castle Doom?
We've been through a lot these past few days. All we have to do is pull off the impossible one last time.
And here we go.
We're going to be arriving at Doom's castle soon. Once there, you'll have to locate Doom and use the Macran crystal to steal his power.
You can bet your boots Doom ain't gonna let that go without a scrap.
Make no mistake. You're in for the fight of your lives. But it has to be done. As predicted, tears are developing in near-Earth space because of Doom's unbridled use of power. Pretty soon even Doom won't be able to stop it.
What will happen if the tears are left unchecked?
The universe will unravel in a matter of months. All life will cease to exist everywhere. Gone forever.
Wow, not to criticize, but this mission briefing is turning into a real downer.
I don't know any other way to put it. Trillions of lives are depending on you to defeat Dr. Doom. Look, I know we've had our differences over the course of this little adventure, and I know you don't agree with the way I've done some things. But as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., I can't ever afford to lose. And now you're in the same boat. You have to win this one.
Not to worry, Colonel. I am prepared.
Wolverine and I are certainly ready for anything.
You got that right.
Yeah, I've always wanted to fight someone with the powers of a god.
Don't worry, Colonel. We know what's right.
Oh, Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure in the comics
I know you won't. Good luck.
You've crossed paths with some pretty dangerous people. Like Mephisto.
Greetings, my old friends. You're looking quite well for being dead. But then,
Alright, I see.
I have Uarzo to thank for that little miracle.
Alright.
I know a great many things. And once I am finished here on Earth, I shall turn my attention to the stars. Then, all the Watchers will learn to respect the might of Doom. Do you see how easily I now control the very elements themselves? Finally, I have achieved the ultimate power. Why would I destroy the last people who could appreciate my work? I want you to roam around and see what I've changed and what I've created.
This mission definitely gives me vibes from X-Men Legends 2. This is definitely the whole Apocalypse Magi Temple thing that I've brought up so many times. Gets kind of creepy too because he like writes these sacred texts. It's almost like a Bible, and he's like taunting and insulting people. But that's Dr. Doom for you. He's an egomaniac. I also love how he's just toying with the architecture and the environment. Yeah, if I had those kind of powers, I'd do the same thing. Like that. Yeah, this game made me respect Dr. Doom. If only the movies would have portrayed him in a better light. Yeah, once again, ego-maniacal gibberings. Okay, there's no more over there. God, I love this, how this is animated. Have to be careful going across it. Sometimes I get carried away. And I made it. Alright, here it is again. The villainy of Reed Richards is beyond measure. He set a trap meant to kill our Lord Doom, but the fates smiled upon our protector and the explosion was not fatal. Sadly, because of this treachery, our Lord must now wear a metal mask to hide his scarred countenance. In the comics, Jack Kirby originally wrote that Doom had a slight scar on his face, and he probably was slightly disfigured in that explosion, but I think obviously Doom's scarred and sort of face and body has more to do with him putting on his armor before it was cooled by Tibetan monks. That was cracked by Tibetan monks, so he put it on before it had cooled, and he was just scorched.
Because that's the only way you'll be able to continue on through my castle.
Yeah, I think Stanley always took a lot of pride in Dr. Doom. He mentioned that Doom had this sort of sense of honor to him, that you could actually kind of rely on him if he told you he was going to do something. But doesn't mean he doesn't have his own ulterior motives. Have to find his face mask, his gauntlets, and his breastplate. And of course there's all those striking and body upgrades right there that I'm gonna go for.
Got it.
I've played this game before. I know what to do. You just go over here and look at it and then leave. Speaking of Deadpool, my first introduction to him was in X-Men Legends 2, and he was hired by Apocalypse to attack the X-Men. So I only knew Deadpool as a villain, actually. Ironically, he is not one. That's what I want to be known as. The flowers blossom at his slightest whim. The wind and tide are helpless but to obey his wishes. The very sun rises and sets at his command. Yeah. You're waxing poetic there, my friend. But once again, they're the powers of a god. Controlled reality. I mean, why not? Oh, I forgot about this guy. Or these guys. Doomsmen. The design of this castle reminds me of the design of the expansion in X-Men Legends. Of course, it didn't look this old, but it's just the rooms, and the beds, and the tables. A lot of detail went into this. You may not think it. And that was a big chair, too. really don't need that action figure. Let's see. Oh, okay. Didn't know we just spawn in the room like that.
Right?
Didn't even catch to see what level these characters are. 38, 39, almost level 40. I don't know what's the recommended level for them to be whenever you play this game on a higher difficulty or on like the hard difficulty. I really want the trophy, but I don't want the headache and the frustration that I'm probably going to get whenever I play it. That's why I'm going with what walkthrough sort of advised me to level them up to I think 40 or 50. So that is the plan. I'm gonna have one of those in my house one day. A bookshelf that slides away and reveals a secret chamber. Obviously, I'll be the only one going in there.
I claim this victory forever.
No! I meant to read it.
Stay down.
Dressed like me. I was created to be your exact duplicate, Steve Rogers. And although I equal you in ability, I have absolute loyalty to Dr. Doom. Do you have all of my memories and experiences too?
Didn't see a lot of people getting upset about this when it happened back in 2006. But apparently whenever Cap turns out to be Hydra based upon the machinations of a cosmic cube, and even though this was going to be reverted anyway, apparently a lot of people were very upset about that. I will never understand that. It's always only temporary. These people act like it's the end of the world.
Yet, I am the original. Dr. Doom merely opened my eyes and showed me that he is the supreme power.
So if Doom is able to turn us, why did he bother making a twisted version of me? Because he didn't want to wait until he captured you to possess you. Therefore, since I exist, you become unnecessary.
His eyes look so weird in the picture right there.
Well, it's nice to know what's in store for me if we lose. You lost the moment Dr. Doom stole Odin's power, Rogers. Now it's just a matter of tying up the loose ends.
Oh. No fastball special today. Oh wow, I did not know he did that. Yeah, adamantium apparently is stronger than vibranium. After that whole stint.
If you say so.
Haha. Didn't block. Here comes the reinforcements. Cavalry.
See you around, sucker.
I don't even know which part of the statue's up here. Oh, glitch. Oh, never mind. He fell. I don't know if it's his, probably like his face mask, I think. Oh, I am wrong. It was the gauntlets.
As you wish.
Oh, I remember this, the endless stare. Well, maybe not endless, but the tediously long and seemingly endless stare. Okay, that is annoying as all get out right there. Up the stairs. Oh, that was good timing. I'm going to get used to that because apparently when I'm playing this on the hard difficulty, it's not going to be so simple.
Wait till I have enough power. All right.
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't have power, do you?
Kinda low on power.
Well, now we do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Psylocke and Cyclops.
It took you long enough to get here. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever make it.
Don't be too hard on them, Psylocke. They aren't one of Lord Doom's chosen.
See, he actually sounds like Cyclops, and I think that is the same actor who voiced Cyclops in X-Men Legends 1 and 2. Whoever they got to voice him in the DLC pack, and for like playing as Cyclops on your team, he's terrible. I mean, that is one of the few exceptions that I can point out and say that's just terrible voice acting. Maybe if I can go back and pay closer attention to some things, maybe I could point out others. But that's the one that is just like terrible.
Our minds aren't twisted. We now realize that Lord Doom is the ultimate power in this galaxy. And in serving him, we are granted abilities far beyond anything we had previously known.
That's some Jim Jones stuff right there.
If you really think that's so, then follow me, and you'll see what Lord Doom is capable of.
Once again, that's still some Jim Jones stuff.
Go ahead. Follow Cyclops if you want. Or stay here and face me. Either way, you're going to have to fight us both sometime.
Don't like those odds. Don't like that sort of mentality, but... Oh yeah, so now you can jump off the edge and fall into those little black holes down there, and it's okay. But whenever you do that, you know, later on, or, you know, earlier in the game, oh no, you can't do that. Someone fell. Crap.
So you decided to follow me down here?
No, I really didn't. It was an accident.
Wise tactical decision.
It's just further proof that Dr. Doom is the ultimate power. He can't be beaten, so why not give up and save yourself the pain? Sorry, you're wasting your breath trying to appeal to the old Cyclops. Dr. Doom has total control over me, just like he's about to have total control over you.
Well, that's not creepy at all, but alright. Some weird dominant stuff right there. And of course we fall. There's Psylocke. And someone else fell back again. This is annoying as all get out. And there's an Iron Man down here too. Okay, let's get on over here. I would much rather fight you and your gravelly voice over here in the corner where we can't fall to our deaths. Oh, but you'll find a way, won't you?
I don't have power.
There we are. Now there's absolutely no need to fall off unless she knocks somebody off. I don't even know if that's even been happening. She's defeated now though, so. Hall of Arms? Like Dr. Doom's arms? Oh. Get that out of here. Blocking my way like that. Oh, of course, it's booby-trapped.
This one's down.
The booty will be mine. Very much like to have a gold statue of myself, but alas. Forward.
Team, I just heard from Karnak and Adelan. He thinks the ultimate nullifier that Medusa had been looking for is located somewhere near you. At this point, anything is worth a try.
Yep.
Keep your eyes open for it.
That doesn't
Fury
sound
out.
desperate at all.
Looks like you lose. You could give up.
All right.
Oh, Spider-Man? You don't need to be walking up on people like that. Paranoid, trigger-happy people like me would probably splatter your brains all over the wall. No offense, Spider-Man, of course. Sorry about that.
See you around, sucker.
Can't have a evil lair without a big giant evil lab. A laboratory. With an annoying sister. And a dad who makes very creepy passes at your mom on a TV show that you wouldn't understand when you were 10, 8, 9 years old when you were watching it, but now that you're older and you go back and watch that TV show, you realize how many adult jokes were in there. And you have an annoying neighbor who is your arch nemesis and has the most annoying laugh in the history of the world. Dexter's Lab. The good old days. Dexter's Lab. Samurai Jack. Courage the Cowardly Dog. And of course Batman animated series. And,
stay down.
What else? I've watched Dragon Ball Z and all that, but I never really got into it, you know, as I should have. But. Yeah, you would think that would work. There you go, Thor.
See you around, sucker.
Isn't that just our luck? All right, hold on to it anyway. Could come in handy later.
Doom's getting a little testy with that, apparently. Didn't like it. Then again, if I had something, or knew of an object called the Ultimate Nullifier that frightened one of the most powerful beings in existence, I'm pretty sure I'd want to destroy it. Excuse me. Of course, half expected there to be a big one in here that was like leeching power, because the blue has the room has that bluish tint to it. But I was incorrect.
Guess you didn't want a piece of me.
That was not timed, for the record. A lot of those were just mere sort of me just jumping through it. I was not being as precise as it may have appeared. These guys are getting annoying with these little blasting. Cap, stop being stupid.
Sucker.
You gotta have a rotating walkway. What video game isn't complete without one? I remember God of War had those too. Oh yes, I remember that mission. The Underworld in God of War, the first one. Blah. Hated it. Absolutely adore the God of War on PlayStation 4. It's such a good game. Ah, see, they got me. Find another Doomsman.
Sorry about that.
Or for those of you who are who like to enunciate and be very precise in your pronunciation, Doomsman, but technically that's you're emphasizing Doomsman as Doomsman. But what do I know? Sometimes I English, alright? Oh, Odin. I think he doesn't have a patch in this version, because in Marvel Comics, in the earlier comics, he looked more like a traditional godlike being. Didn't have the eye patch.
Evil Thor, would you give me your hammer? I need it to free Odin, and I'd really rather not fight you for it. So you're the real deal, huh?
Oh, wow.
Somehow I thought you'd be taller in person, and a lot more intelligent. Wait a minute. You're my exact double, and you're making fun of me? Maybe I'm not that bright after all. I'm not your exact double. Doom made a few modifications. Well, it looks like he ruined my sense of fashion and trashed my voice. Is that it? Or did he make other changes? Yes. He gave me the desire to kill my enemy. As a fellow Spider-Man, I urge you not to use the word kill. We aren't the kind of person who kills, we disable. You are such
Spider-Man bantering with another Spider-Man.
Hey!
That's fun.
Now what word did we just finish talking about? You cannot.
I love how it ended with that annoying exchange. Oh. Dark Thor is throwing me around the room here. You'd think of the... I think we get it. I wonder if that hammer is also made out of Uru. Got him. Break Odin free of his imprisonment. There he goes.
Dr. Doom still wields Odin's power, but you have saved Odin's life by freeing his body from this prison. For that act of bravery, you have the appreciation of all of Asgard. Return to us now in Asgard, Odin. Here you will rest, that you might one day regain your powers.
And more Doombots.
Okay, who's next?
I have to drop the Dark Hammer. Sorry. It's powerful, but I think I would lose it anyway when I go into the next room. Or it would, like, I'd use it up somehow.
Looks like you lose. This won't take much longer.
Getting closer to the final confrontation. I like to evenly disperse those skill boosts because, I mean, I don't see the use of maxing out one character on all those things. I mean, you could, but I think that defeats the purpose of having 4 of each of them.
All right.
Yes.
Sure.
This team is going to be like unstoppable because I also, when I played this, when I started the playthrough, I had this team as well. So yeah, they're going to be my they're the dream team, but definitely. Doom's Throne. I'm going to save it just to make sure. Doesn't make much of a difference because you can still go back and replay the game. But might as well go ahead and do it just in case anything weird happens. But it shouldn't. Well, I might actually be finishing this playthrough in less than 2 hours. I kind of like to keep my playthroughs around, you know, a little bit less than 2 hours. I can't be persuaded to go longer, but I don't like to. A little bit too long for me to spend here.
Once again, luck has been on your side. For there could be
There's no such thing as luck, Dr. Doom.
this long. But my latest creations finally put an end to it. Who better to serve as my personal guards than recreations of my greatest foes? Meet my fantastic foe.
I do think it's kind of interesting that most of the villains are bigger than your character models. I don't know why that's the case.
Don't talk that way about our Lord and Master. Dr. Doom is the greatest man the world has ever known.
Now you will kneel before Victor Von Doom.
And you will pledge allegiance to him.
And if you don't, we'll pound you until you do. Got it?
Don't think I could see. Oh wow. These guys are a lot tougher than what I remembered. You know what? Forget it. There we go. That did plenty of damage. I'm down, free to go. I don't recall the others being that difficult. Big nuisance as these are. Especially Mr. Fantastic.
Next time, I want to fight somebody who doesn't smell like this.
So, you have beaten my fantastic foe. I have only myself to blame. I made the mistake of creating them as feeble and weak-minded as the original.
Ooh, that's tough. Bah!
Fears are of no concern to me. I control.
They really got his dialogue right. That's how he spoke in the comics.
Silence! I have heard enough of your prattle. Now, I will obliterate you once and for all.
Forgot he has these shields. From what they said, you know, you were ready to fight right then. Don't think it matters much about these guys. think they'll just keep coming.
Got it. Okay, who's next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you wish.
Are you guys trying to fight him? It's not gonna do you any good, pals. Oh no. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is for me.
Got it.
Don't have many more. I just got 2 more. Then I can just focus on him. You know, he's kind of tough. Alright guys, y'all need to stop. That's just kind of stupid at this point. Definition of insanity. AI in this game's terrible. Almost as bad as the AI in Uncharted 4. I don't know if I've ranted enough about this, but yeah, it's pretty bad in that game. If I had to like rate it, I would definitely be too critical of the AI in that game.
Whatever.
I have less concern about like what the enemies do. I have more of an issue with what your companions in that game do. It's so annoying, and I am not looking forward to seeing if that is carried over in Uncharted Lost Legacy. But we'll find out Tuesday.
It was foolish to challenge me.
Touched you. Got your nose.
So, you managed to steal a portion of my powers, eh? An interesting ploy, but it
Once again, I think they nailed his dialogue in this game.
experience I've had wielding power. And now, with the aid of my minions, I'll show you how a real god smites his enemies.
There it is.
You could give up. I'm on it.
Things are...
Oh no.
My health is low.
Oh no. Not good. I don't know why Dr. Doom always is associated with lightning. It's kind of annoying because in the comics I've always read with him, he's not really, you know, a lightning conductor by any means. Guess I can understand with the context of this game with Odin and whatnot, but
By your command. Feeling stronger.
I don't think this would be a wise idea having Thor face Dr. Doom. Seeing as how... I'm pretty sure he's immune to that. Seeing as how Dr. Doom can wield Thor's hammer.
I'm on it.
My gosh. Oh, this is annoying. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it's super annoying. Might as well just play as Wolverine, because he's the only one that seems to be able to put up with this damage.
Alright.
Wait a minute, Dr. Pym. I thought you said that his lightning attacks wouldn't be able to hurt me, you lying sack of crap. Knocked me across the room, almost killed me. That's where the Curb Your Enthusiasm meme starts playing. Or that's just a meme itself. We're getting him.
Whatever. Whatever.
What I do isn't nice. Come on. Almost got him. It's the name of a Batman animated series episode. Come on.
My health is low.
Alright. Alright. Right.
Come on! Alright. Jeez Louise. That was getting annoying.
You've accomplished nothing. Doom. Hogan. You can't be free. Your wretched scheme is undone. And your black soul is mine. No! An eternity of suffering.
Well. Guess that's how you do it.
You gotta thank your old man for me, Thor. Odin did one hell of a job reversing the damage Doom did to Earth.
Aye, but I believe he is presently occupied with Doom and my brother Loki.
Let's hope he's teaching them new kinds of pain. The world owes you a debt of gratitude it can never repay. But with the danger past, our task force must be disbanded.
You're a punk, Fury.
Oh yes, here we go.
Listen, fellas.
Perfect setup for a sequel that never happened.
If a threat like
Well, I
this
mean, a
comes
sequel did
again,
happen, but not
can shield
like
count on
this.
your help. The world can count on us, sir.
Such insignificant creatures.
Oh yes. If only.
They dare steal from Galactus. For that, I will destroy their planet.
Yeah, you see, you usually tease the next game, not just come up with something that's entirely different.
But the tale is not yet complete.
I had to do the Civil War storyline.
Pursuing Dr. Doom,
Not very well, might I also add.
actions have had ramifications you could not possibly imagine.
I tried to keep this as good as possible, but
You helped to create.
hopefully it's a canon good ending.
You chose wisely in saving the Omega Base computer. It contained research data on the Legacy virus, a disease that is deadly to mutants. In several years, that information will lead to a cure and stop the plague. With one random act of bravery, you saved the entire mutant race from possible extinction.
I think this is a reference to the Illuminati, I think. The team, that is, not... Or maybe the New Avengers. I think it's called the Illuminati.
And in time, he will aid in the formation of a worldwide organization of superheroes.
Yeah, I think it's Namor, Professor X, Black Panther, Reed Richards, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think that's him there.
It was quite valiant of you to rescue Senator Kelly, a known detractor of mutants. Because of your kindness, the Senator will successfully sponsor the Mutant Aid Bill. This will allocate government funds for schools like Professor Xavier's. These schools will prove to be very effective in training young mutants.
I think this is... That actually kind of happened to Senator Kelly in the comics. He did become a champion of mutant rights, but he was assassinated
It was most
for it.
unfortunate that you were unable to rescue Jean Grey in Mephisto's realm. For she does not die in the Infinity Vortex. Instead, she returns to Earth in the form of the Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
Take vengeance
that's gonna be
on
fun.
those who did not save her. You were wise to locate the Sword of the Valkyrie. With her aid, Asgard is easily freed, but more importantly, Loki is imprisoned. And with the god of mischief in chains, Ragnarok, the end of the Asgardian dimension never comes to pass. It was most fortuitous that you found Vola's ring. This pleases the Asgardian prophetess such that, in years to come, she will warn Odin of an attempt on his life. This will lead to the capture of the villainous fire demon.
I like in the background you see the Rainbow Bridge in Asgard, and it actually looks like Norse, as opposed to the Jack Kirby thing they got going on in the MCU. Which is fine, but I just love that Norse aesthetic.
Will give Earth advanced technology that will wipe out
This one I don't like it.
disease and hunger.
This was just kind of silly.
Eventually, this new technology will even allow humanity to colonize other planets.
I mean, I guess it's okay, but it's just kind of like, I don't know.
You are to be congratulated on saving the Skrull planet.
It seems to me that that's even too far for comic books. Usually that's like superheroes, or like the pretty extreme, and then you get that it's weirder.
Come to the aid of Earth when the Kree
And that's cool.
threaten to enslave humanity. It was most wise of you to save Odin from his confinement in Castle.
This is the first time I've really
In the near future,
ever encountered
the
Thanos
mighty
before.
Thanos will seek to conquer Earth. Only intervention by Thor's father will save the human race from enslavement. You are to be congratulated for locating the damaged Ultimate Nullifier at Castle Doom. One day soon, Mephisto will seek to conquer our dimension, but Reed Richards will repair the Ultimate Nullifier and use it to stop the vile creature before all is lost. Although this timeline was created by you, know that it can be altered.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
For you are a hero, and your every action or inaction affects the entire universe.
Yes, I do. I think that the if you sit through the credits, there's actually a dialogue that you hear between Black Widow and I think Weasel. And apparently, when Weasel was running around in the SHIELD database, he actually programmed or downloaded Nick Fury's brain waves. Don't know what that was going to deal with, but for whatever reason, I think another team possibly came in to work on Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. It was roughly the same group of people, but they seemed to abandon a lot of the plot threads in this game and decided to come up with something else entirely new. And granted, this was a good 3 to 4 years after this game, but still, it's like, you know, that's one thing, the things that these games really thrived on was how they were all sort of connected in a way. But, you know, they all like hinted at the next sequel or the next installment. And even the X-Men Legends 2 never actually saw the next installment, sadly. But anyway, thanks for tuning in to this playthrough. Thank you for everyone who's joined me along the way, and I guess tune in on Tuesday maybe around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I will begin Uncharted Lost Legacy. I'm looking forward to that, and this will be my first new game that I've played or that I'm streaming, so it's going to be quite the experience, and hopefully anyone who will be viewing and carrying on will also be a part of the experience as well. So until next time.